Wembanyama, and all of a sudden you're thinking,
man,
the game is wildly different.
What's next? Exactly.
You're looking forward to seeing him a couple of times.
Oh, I look forward to that.
The second half of the season.
Match up against him and watch he and J.A. go at it, and Evan.
Tyson fires a three. Our truck is trying to get me to remind you
at least
throughout your career.
Like 65, 70%, something like that.
It's close. Cole leans in. Can't hit that time. That was close. It was,
yeah, 60, at least high 60s.
You took 14 of them. Let's start there.
So 14.
How many do you believe you hit? Uh-oh, one of the Suns got dumped. That was Monte. It's this many.
What?
Two.
Oh, that's not right.
2 for 14.
Who looked that up?
The truck, I'm telling you, court heaves with
trying to save the game.
Right, this is what I'm.
Larry Nance got us in trouble. We were losing the game. I had to heave the ball half court.
I can't believe I'm making arguments on your behalf.
I think that's a good argument.
Yeah.
I like that. I agree with that.
He only took 3 that were meaningful and hit 2.
They all were meaningful to me.
Lee runs the floor. What a game, Brad. I mean, what a Cavaliers come in here against the Phoenix team that was healthy. They had all 3 of their big guns here today, and Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, and Bradley Beal, and they were mostly rendered ineffective throughout the entire day.
And we've seen it for the last 2 games, right? The bounce back after and you get right back to it, and the Cavaliers did. You saw Donovan become more aggressive with the ball against Minnesota. He comes in tonight, same thing. And they play a different style of basketball. How do you adjust to that? You know what you got to do when you play Boston. You know what you got to do when you play OKC. How do you figure out what you do when you play against Phoenix, you play against Atlanta? And that's what the Cavs are working on. That's what they're working for.
I think it's what makes this victory even more satisfying. When you think about it, the Cavs were without 3 of their rotation players going against a full-strength Phoenix team. Here's JT Thor. Thor dribbled it off his foot. Under 3 to go. I think, you know, when you say that, Brad, it's what makes this about to be 36-6 mark so remarkable. I mean, the season. I mean, you're bound to have some schedule losses. You're bound to struggle for a week here or there. And the Cavs have virtually avoided that all season long.
Yeah, there's not any kind of letdown for this Cavs team. You get a little bit get out of rhythm a little bit. You don't play as well. You play against teams that are hot. All these different things that feed into struggle. But like I say, man, you're talking about just a few games out of 40 games, you know, and the consistent, the largesse of it, you played exceedingly well. So a lot to be proud of, a lot to think about as we get into this second half. Second half's going to go fast. And we've got to come out of that All-Star break playing hard and downhill.
Jalen Tyson with an acrobatic slicing move to the basket, lays it in. Amani Bates has checked in for the Cavs as well. Iguodaro misfires. I think, too, I mean, the Cavs have had games where it looks like they haven't had it, and they've won those games.
I agree.
You know, and there have been so few and far in between where this team has struggled, as Thor puts it up. But when they have, they've managed to win a lot of those games. Boy, the crowd wanted a Thompson 3. He says, give me it, I'll take it.
Well, for the big guys, that's a little painful. I like the fact that he was ready, though. You got to be ready. Comes from the guy who's
the 2 for 14 career 3-point.
You at least have to be ready. And Tristan was ready.
Did you see Tristan hear the crowd? He gave it up. That said, give me back, give me back. Yeah. All right, I'll do it.
We got to see
do it again,
Why not?
And Monty Bates says, nah, you know what, I'm going to take it. This is what I do, Tristan. Give me the ball.
To your point, John, though, those games where you're just a little bit off and you still win those basketball games, I mean, you're playing against the best teams in the world, best players in the world. So that says a lot about your team, and that's what gives me hope and excites me when I'm
here today. 5 rebounds and 5 assists. Successful Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Day. A successful birthday. Cavs chairman Dan Gilbert. Enjoy the festivities courtside. Lee's shot doesn't go. Rebounded by Tyson. 30 ticks remain. The celebration continues. What a performance today. What a first half of the season. And the Cavs just keep on rolling. Listen to this salute. All Cavs here today in downtown Cleveland. The Cavaliers begin the second half of the season the way that they lived throughout nearly the